equivalent mass. Okay. Listen. So what is equivalent mass? How to calculate equivalent mass in different like elements, acids, bases, salt, and most important is oxidizing and reducing agent. So this topic is even it is a related to redox reaction. We are going to study same concept in redox reaction. So if you understand this subtopic, I hope in redox reaction it become very easy to balance the equation. Okay, right. So equivalent mass. So equivalent mass is, say it is definition is like this: the number of parts of substance which combine or displace the it is 1.008 parts of hydrogen or 8 parts of oxygen or 35.5 parts of chlorine or 108 parts of silver, called equivalent mass. It means the number of parts by mass of an element, the number of parts by mass of an element which combine or displace the either 1.008 parts of hydrogen or 8 parts of oxygen or 35.5 parts of chlorine or 108 parts of silver, then that is called equivalent mass. Okay, definition artha agala bari ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Equivalent mass, right? Write the definition: the number of parts by mass of an element which combine or displace the 1.008 parts of hydrogen, 8 parts of oxygen, 35.5 parts of chlorine or 108 parts of silver, called equivalent mass, called equivalent mass. Okay, see, so try to understand here. The statement is the number of parts by mass of element, the number of parts by mass of element which combines or displays the 1.008 parts of hydrogen or 8 parts oxygen or 35.5 parts of chlorine or 108 parts of silver, then that part is called what? Equivalent mass. For example, you just imagine there is a element A, okay, and another element is oxygen, right? Then here let us take 8 parts of oxygen is combining with X part of A. So how many parts of oxygen combining with A? 8 parts of oxygen combining with X part of the A. Then this X part of A is called what? Equivalent mass. That means X is a equivalent mass of what? Equivalent mass of element A. It means here say the number of parts of A, or you can take number of parts of any element, the number of parts of any element which combines with 8 parts of oxygen, that mass is nothing but, that part is nothing but what? Equivalent mass. So here 8 parts of the oxygen is combining with X part of A. Therefore this X gram is a, or X part is a what? Equivalent mass of element A. One more example. Let us take sodium. We all know that sodium combined with chlorine, which gives rise to what? NaCl. Right. If you see in the formation of sodium chloride, here chlorine is 35.5 grams, right? The atomic mass of the sodium, gram atomic mass is 35.5 grams of chlorine. So 35.5 gram of chlorine is combining with how many grams of the sodium? Atomic mass of the sodium is 23. Then tell me, now what is the equivalent mass of the chlorine? Chlorine equivalent mass is fixed. It is a 35.5 gram of chlorine. It means 35.5 grams of chlorine or 35.5 parts of the chlorine is combining with how many parts of the sodium? 23. Therefore, 23 grams of the sodium is called what? 23 part is nothing but it is a equivalent mass of what? Equivalent mass of sodium is 23. It means you have to remember these equivalent masses. The equivalent mass of hydrogen is fixed. How much it is? 1.008 part. You can take approximately 1 for calculation purpose. Next, the equivalent mass of the oxygen 8. Equivalent mass of the chlorine 35.5. Equivalent mass of the silver is 108 grams or 10 parts. That means suppose you take any element, X element is combining with 108 parts of the silver. Okay, then 108 part of the silver is combining with X part of the something element A. Then X is a what? Equivalent mass. It means, so in a chemical reaction, equivalent mass of the one element is always combining with the equivalent mass of the other element. Right? Equivalent mass of one element always combines with the equivalent mass of another element. For example, now tell me, let us take magnesium. Magnesium combines with oxygen, it forms what? Magnesium oxide. Right? Now tell me here, in this equation, balance it. It is a 2 magnesium. Here is 2 magnesium, balanced. Right? Can you tell me what is the mass of the oxygen here? No, it is molecular mass. Molecular mass is 32. 32 grams of oxygen combining with how many grams of the magnesium? 1 magnesium, 24. 48. Right? So what is the total mass of this magnesium? 48. So therefore 32 grams of the oxygen combining with 48 grams of magnesium. Right? Now question is, we know that equivalent mass of an element is always combined with the equivalent mass of another element. What is the equivalent mass of the oxygen? This is fixed. We know that it is a 8. This equivalent mass of the oxygen is always combining with the what? Equivalent mass of it. Therefore 32 grams combining with 48 grams, then X gram or 8 gram is combining with how many grams? So therefore 8 into 48 divided by 32, which is equals to 12. So therefore 12 gram is a equivalent mass of magnesium. It means that equivalent mass of one element is always combined with the equivalent mass of another element. Right? One more example. Let us take magnesium. Magnesium combined with hydrogen H2. It form MgH2, magnesium hydride. Okay. Now tell me, what is the mass of this magnesium here? Atomic mass of the magnesium, 1 magnesium, 24. Here hydrogen H2. 1 hydrogen is 1, 2 hydrogen is 2. Therefore 24 gram equal to 2 gram. But what is the equivalent mass of hydrogen? 1 gram. 1.008, you can take 1 gram. Round up value, 1 gram can be taken. 1 gram hydrogen is combined with how many grams of magnesium? 12. Therefore, what is the equivalent mass of the magnesium? 12. You will get 12 only. One more example, you can write many more. Calcium combined with, tell me, you only tell me, any one of this. Shall I take chlorine or oxygen, anything? Chlorine, okay. Cl2. So what is the formula? CaCl2. Okay. Now tell me, here chlorine. So what is the mass of the chlorine? 1 chlorine is 35.5, 2 chlorine is 71. 71 gram chlorine is equals to how many grams of the calcium? Atomic mass of the calcium is 40 grams, gram atomic mass. Then, but we know that what is the equivalent mass of the chlorine? 35.5 grams. So 71 gram equal to 40 gram, 31.55 grams equal to how many grams? 20 grams. Therefore, what is the equivalent mass of magnesium? 20. So sorry, calcium 20. So therefore, in all chemical reactions, not only here, in all chemical reactions, equivalent mass of one element is always combines with the equivalent mass of another element. If you remember equivalent mass of this element, you can get the equivalent mass of other element in a chemical reaction. Okay, so this is the meaning of, so what the definition of this equivalent mass. So what is the definition? The number of parts by mass of an element which combine or displace how many parts? 1.008 parts of hydrogen, or 8 parts of oxygen, 35.5 parts of chlorine, or 108 point silver, called equivalent mass. Okay, next, what is the unit of equivalent mass? Is there any unit of equivalent mass? No. So equivalent mass has no units because it is a comparison value or relative value. How? See, the number of parts of one element which combines with 1.008 parts. I am telling here parts, like something, one part combining with two part combining with 10 parts, not grams, not ml, right? So it means it is a comparison value or relative value. So how many parts combining with how many parts, right? So therefore, so since it is a comparison value or relative value, it has no unit. Therefore, equivalent mass has no units. Now equivalent mass has no units, so even though we can write the units, that is, we write in the form of gram equivalent mass or gram equivalent weight. Next is gram equivalent mass. Tell me, what is the gram equivalent mass? If the equivalent mass of an element is expressed in grams, right? If the equivalent mass of any element expressed in grams is called gram equivalent mass. For example, what is the equivalent mass of the hydrogen? 1.008. So the equivalent mass of hydrogen is 1.008. Then what is the gram equivalent mass? 1.008 grams. So therefore, gram equivalent mass of hydrogen equal to 1.008 grams, which can be taken approximately 1 gram. So what is the gram equivalent mass of oxygen? 8 grams. What is the gram equivalent mass of chlorine? 35.5 grams. What is the gram equivalent mass of silver? 108 grams. What is the gram equivalent mass of sodium? 23 grams, because we have calculated 23 grams. That means if the equivalent mass of any element expressed in grams, which is called gram equivalent mass. Okay, so next we have calculation of equivalent mass. So calculation of equivalent mass, one, in element we can calculate the equivalent mass in element. 2, acids. 3, equivalent mass in bases. 4, in salts. 5, oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Okay, we'll study one by one, all in detail. Okay, so take down till here. Right, let's see calculation of equivalent mass of element. So equivalent mass of element is equals to it is atomic mass divided by valency. Take down. Atomic mass of element divided by valency, which gives equivalent mass. So let us take some important elements. Elements, their atomic mass, valency, equivalent mass. Okay, can you tell me what is the atomic mass of hydrogen? 1. So you can actually 1.008, you can take approximately 1. Next, atomic mass of oxygen 16. Atomic mass O. Chlorine 35.5. Silver atomic mass is 108. What is atomic mass of sodium? 23. Atomic mass of magnesium 24. Atomic mass of calcium 40. Atomic mass of aluminium 27. What is atomic mass of copper? Copper and zinc both are very important. Copper 63.5. Zinc 65. Okay, now tell me their valencies. So what is the valency of hydrogen? 1. H plus, H minus, no. Have you seen that H plus 2? No. So what is the valency of oxygen? 2. O minus 2. Valency of chlorine? 1. Minus 1, no. Minus 1, minus 2, it is a plus 1. Silver is plus 1, 1. Sodium is plus 1, 1. Magnesium plus 2, it is 2. Calcium plus 2, it is also 2. Aluminium plus 3, it is 3. Copper has plus 2 and plus 1, let us take plus 2. Okay, it is a 2. Zinc is plus 2, it is 2. So atomic mass and valencies. Then if you know the atomic mass and valency, you can calculate equivalent mass. So therefore it is a atomic mass is 1, valency is 1. 1 by 1, 1. It is 16 by 2. Atomic mass 16, valency 2. It become 8. Next, 35.5 by 1. It is 35.5. What is this? 23 only. 24 by 2. 1, okay. Silver, no. 108. Next, sodium 23. It is 12. It is 20. 27, 3. It is 9. Equivalent mass 31.75. It is 32.5 approximately. Okay. So these are the atomic masses and their equivalent masses. Then for 3 element, hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, we should remember equivalent volume also. Their equivalent volumes. Right? This is, we will study some basic concepts in first PC first topic. But here remember, hydrogen exists as a gaseous state. It is oxygen gaseous state, chlorine also gaseous state. Since they are exist in gaseous state, they have equivalent volumes. So what is the equivalent volume of hydrogen? It is a 11,200 ml. Okay, oxygen 5,600 ml. Equivalent volume. So what is the equivalent volume of chlorine? It is also 11,200 ml. It means hydrogen, chlorine both will have same equivalent volume. 11,200, 5,600 is oxygen. Okay. So in this way you can calculate the equivalent volume of or equivalent weight of any element. Right. Now question is like this. Now we know the equivalent volume of, for example, calcium. What is the equivalent weight of calcium is how much? 20. Right. Equivalent weight of calcium 20. It means 20 grams. Suppose question is like this. 20 grams of the calcium combines with some x grams of element A. 20 grams of calcium combines with x grams of element A, where x is a what? Equivalent volume of A. X gram is a equivalent weight of element A. It means equivalent weight of all the element is always combined with the equivalent weight of another element. Okay, write one note, important. Equivalent mass of an element is always combines with equivalent mass of an element. Equivalent mass of an element always combines with equivalent mass of an element is always combines with equivalent mass of another element. Equivalent mass of another element. Okay, one example. A metal M is combines with oxygen O2. Okay, it forms MO. A metal M is combined with oxygen, it forms MO, is a metal oxide. Right. Now here the mass of the metal is, let us take 40 gram. 40 grams of the metal. Okay, its atomic mass, mass in the sense atomic mass. Atomic mass of metal is 40 gram, that is gram atomic mass. So calculate the equivalent mass. 20. Why? M plus O2, MO, balance it, it is a 2MO, it is a 2M. It is balanced equation. Right. In balanced equation, we know that atomic mass of metal is 40. Therefore, 2 into 40, 80 grams. 80 grams combines with 32 grams. This is we know according to equation. So, as per the stoichiometry equation, 80 gram metal is equals to 32 grams of oxygen. But to calculate equivalent mass, what you have to take? We need to take equivalent mass of any one element. So whose equivalent mass is known? Oxygen. So what is the equivalent mass of oxygen? 8 gram. If you take 8 grams of oxygen, which is equals to how many grams? It is a 8. 8 means it is a 1/4 or not? 1/4. The 1/4 of 8 is nothing but 20 gram. Answer is 20. Okay. So this kind of questions are important. So it is equivalent mass of element. Next, 2. Calculation of equivalent mass of acids. Write down. Calculation of equivalent mass of acids. Right. So here equivalent mass of acid is equals to gram molecular mass of acid divided by basicity. Gram molecular mass, nothing but molecular mass you can take. Okay, so molecular mass of acid divided by basicity. Right. Then what is the basicity? Basicity is the number of replaceable H plus ions. Acid has H plus ions, right? The number of replaceable H plus ion present in the acid is called basicity. Therefore, remember, acid has basicity, base has acidity. So, therefore, basicity is number of replaceable H plus ions present in acid. So the number of replaceable H plus ions present in given acid is called basicity. For example, take the acid and its basicity. Acid is HCl. Tell me, HCl has how many replaceable H plus ion? Only one. Therefore, basicity is 1. H2SO4, it is 2. HNO3, 1. H3PO4, orthophosphoric acid, it is 3. Right. Next, if it is H3PO3, H3PO2 and CH3COOH, tell me. H3PO3, 2 or 3? There are how many hydrogen? 3. So there are 3 hydrogen. Whether all 3 hydrogens are replaceable? No. You have studied in 15th group element. So it is depends on structure. So the structure of H3PO4 orthophosphoric acid is this: P double bond O, there are 3 OH. Right. So there are 3 OH. So therefore here the hydrogen which is attached to O, oxygen, that is replaceable. If the hydrogen attached to oxygen, that hydrogen is replaceable hydrogen. So therefore here there are how many OH? 1, 2, 3. It means 3 H are replaceable. Then what is the structure of H3PO3? In H3PO3, P double bond will be same, but 1 OH, 2 OH and H. You just balance the oxygen. How many? 3 oxygen, no? 1, 2, 3. How many hydrogen? 3. 1, 2, 3. It means H3PO3, it is called orthophosphorus acid. Orthophosphorus acid has 3 hydrogen, but whether 3 hydrogens are replaceable? No. Which hydrogens are replaceable? The hydrogen which is replaceable, which should be attached to oxygen because of electronegativity. There is a more difference in electronegativity, oxygen, hydrogen, that can be replaceable. So here there is a difference in electronegativity. Phosphorus, hydrogen is less. This cannot be replaceable. It means it cannot come out as H plus. Baralla. That means that is not replaceable. Here 2 replaceable. Therefore, it is basicity is 2. Similarly, one more. H3PO2. In H3PO2, P double bond will be there. 1 OH, H will be there. So therefore, there are 3 hydrogen. 1, 2, 3. But how many replaceable? Only 1 replaceable. Therefore, it is 1. Acetic acid. In acetic acid, there are 4 hydrogen. 3 plus 1, 4. Out of 4 hydrogen, how many replaceable? Only 1 replaceable, because this will come out as a H plus. You will not get these 3 hydrogen as a H plus. So in that way, so you can calculate the basicity. Right. Now, how do you calculate equivalent mass? Now take the acid, their equivalent mass. Okay, equivalent mass. Acid is HCl. What is equivalent mass? Can I take equivalent mass is equals to molecular mass M? I'll take M. Okay. Molecular mass 36.5, all right. Can I take M? M by 1, no. M by 1. Next, H2SO4. Take molecular mass is M. M by 2. 2 is a basicity. Next, HNO3. It is M is a molecular mass. So M by 1. That is M. Next, H3PO4. Molecular mass is M. M by 3. Next, H3PO3. M by 2. H3PO2. M by 1. Next, it is CH3. One more is what? Yeah. CH3. COOH, it is m by 1. So in this way, where m is a what? Molecular mass. Molecular mass of acid. Right, next is calculation of equivalent mass in base. Calculation of equivalent mass in bases. Tell me, in case of bases, what is the equivalent mass? Equivalent mass is equals to molecular mass of base, it is divided by acidity. Take down. Equivalent mass of base equal to molecular mass of the base divided by acidity, where what is acidity? So acidity is the number of replaceable OH minus ions present in base. The number of replaceable OH minus ions present in base called acidity. So take the example, base its acidity equivalent mass. NaOH, come on, tell me, what is acidity? 1. Potassium hydroxide, 1. Calcium hydroxide, there are 2 OH minus ions are replaceable. See, in case of bases, there is no exception. If there are 2 OH minus ion, 2 can be replaceable. Here is 2, 3, ferrous hydroxide, 2, ferric hydroxide, 3, chromic hydroxide, 3, okay, etc. Then equivalent mass. To calculate equivalent mass, again we have to calculate molecular mass. Let us take molecular mass is m by 1. It is molecular mass, it is also by 1. In case of calcium hydroxide, 2, because there are 2 OH minus ions are replaceable. In case of bases, so if the bases having like 2, 3, 4, 4 is not possible, 2, 3 OH are there, all OH are replaceable, right? So here in case of magnesium hydroxide, it is m by 2, aluminium m by 3, it is m by 2, m by 3, it is m by 3. So the number of replaceable OH minus ions always equal to the number of OH minus present. Next, equivalent mass of salt. Calculation of equivalent mass of salt. Right. In case of salt, equivalent mass of the salt is equals to, it is a molecular mass of salt divided by either total positive charge or total negative charge. So you should not take both positive and negative. You can take either total positive charge or total negative charge, because positive charge equal to negative charge. In a neutral salt, positive charge must be always equal to negative charge. So therefore equivalent mass of salt is equals to molecular mass by either total positive charge or total negative charge. Okay, let us take example. Salt, here either positive or negative charge, their equivalent mass. Tell me, NaCl. In NaCl, what is the positive or what is the negative charge? So take any one. It is Na plus 1. If Na is a plus 1, Cl should be minus 1. Therefore, it is a total positive charge is 1 or total negative also 1. Next, CaCl2. What is the positive charge? 2. Negative charge also 2, because 1 calcium plus 2, there are 2 Cl. 1 Cl minus 2, 2 Cl is 1 Cl minus 1, 2 Cl is minus 2. So therefore you can take either positive or negative. So therefore it is a 2. MgCl2, it is also 2. AlCl3, it is 3. Now tell me this, Al2SO4 tries, how many positive or how many negative charges? Huh? It is 6, because yeah, you divide aluminum and sulfate separately. There are how many aluminum? 2. We know that 1 aluminum is plus 3, 2 aluminum plus 6. Therefore 6 positive charges, or else you can count negative charge also. 1 sulfate is minus 2, there are 3 sulfate minus 6. It has to come, no? If the total positive charge is plus 6, negative must be minus 6. Next, one more example. Na3PO4, Cr2SO4 tries. Tell me, what are the positive or negative charges? Na3PO4. How many positive charges? So here you just divide the salt into 2 parts, sodium and phosphate. 1 sodium is plus 1. How many sodium? 3. Therefore plus 3. 1 phosphate is minus 3. It should be no. 1. Divide the cation anion separately, then you count it. It become easy. So therefore it is 3. Next here, similarly chromium. Divide 2 chromium separately. 1 chromium is plus 3. So 2 chromium 6. Or another way, sulfate. 1 sulfate is minus 2. 3 sulfate is minus 6. Either minus 6 or plus 6. Similarly, ammonium sulfate. We know that ammonium, 1 ammonium is plus 1. Divide ammonium ion, sulfate ion. 1 ammonium plus 1. 2 ammonium plus 2. Or there is a 1 sulfate minus 2. So like that you can calculate the total negative or total positive charges. Then calculation of equivalent mass is very easy, because molecular mass you can calculate. Tell me, what is the molecular mass of sodium chloride? Sodium is 23, chlorine 35.5. 23 plus 35.5 is 58.5 divided by 1, which is equals to 58.5. You can calculate like this. So therefore generally we are taking m. M is a molar mass that can be calculated. So therefore it is m by 2. In case of magnesium chloride, m by 2, it is m by 3, here m by 6, here m by 3, m by 6, m by 2. Next is calculation of molecular equivalent mass in where? Yes. Calculation of equivalent mass in oxidizing and reducing agent. This is only very important. Calculation of equivalent mass in oxidizing reducing agent. Then how do you calculate equivalent mass in oxidizing reducing agent? Can you tell me first what is oxidizing agent and what is reducing agent? Say oxidizing agent itself undergo reduction. So what is the reduction? Gain of electron. Gain of electron is a reduction. Loss of electron is a oxidation. So therefore oxidizing agent itself undergo reduction. It is reverse. Reducing agent itself undergo oxidation. So therefore oxidizing agent is itself undergo reduction. Therefore the species which undergo reduction, the species which undergo reduction in redox reaction called oxidizing agent, right? So oxidizing agent is the species which undergo reduction. It means gain of electron. The species which undergo reduction, gain of electron, called oxidizing agent. Reducing agent is they themselves undergo oxidation. It means the species which undergo oxidation, loss of electron, called reducing agent. Okay. So therefore oxidizing agent can gain electron, reducing agent can lose electron. So therefore then what is equivalent mass? So equivalent mass is equals to molecular mass of oxidizing or reducing agent divided by, if it is an oxidizing agent, what happened? It undergo reduction. It means gain electron. It means molecular mass divided by number of electron gain over or loss by 1 mole of, it is important, 1 mole of oxidizing over or reducing agent. This is one formula. Equivalent mass of oxidizing or reducing agent equal to molecular mass of oxidizing reducing agent divided by number of electron gained or number of electron lost. It is by 1 mole of oxidizing reducing agent. It should be by only 1 mole. It means we should calculate per mole of oxidizing, per mole of reducing agent. Okay. Or sometime even you can calculate in this way. Equivalent mass of oxidizing reducing agent equal to molecular mass m divided by, so instead of number of electron loss or gained, you can take change in oxidation number, right? Change in oxidation number per mole of oxidizing or reducing agent. This can also be used. Equivalent mass is also equal to molecular mass divided by change in the oxidation number. Change in oxidation number per mole it is. Per mole of oxidizing or per mole of reducing agent. Okay, then let us see some important oxidizing and reducing agents. Write down important oxidizing agents. Do you remember? We use very commonly potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7. It is acidic medium. Potassium dichromate, acidic medium, it is a good oxidizing agent. Next to K2Cr4, potassium permanganate. So potassium permanganate can act as a oxidizing agent in three medium: acidic medium, neutral medium, in basic medium. Three medium, one acidic medium, and potassium permanganate can also act as a oxidizing agent in neutral medium. 4. Potassium permanganate can also act as a in alkaline medium. It is neutral medium, or you can also take slightly alkaline. Neutral or slightly alkaline. This is OH, or strongly alkaline. Strongly alkaline medium. That means potassium dichromate can act as a oxidizing agent only one medium, that is acidic medium. Whereas potassium permanganate in three medium: acidic, neutral, basic. Next, fifth one, iodine can also be used as a oxidizing agent. Okay. Next, sixth one, here it is a potassium permanganate. In place of potassium permanganate, you can take barium permanganate, BaMnO4 twice, because barium is a +2, it is a -1. Barium permanganate, it is act as a oxidizing agent, acidic, neutral, basic, three mediums. Let us see one medium. Next, seventh one, you can also take aluminum permanganate, AlMnO4, it is a trice, acidic medium, right? So these are the some important oxidizing agents. Okay. Next, some important reducing agents, right? In +2 we have studied in volumetric analysis 1, FAS, ferrous ammonium sulfate, ferrous ammonium sulfate, which is also called more salt. More salt. So what is the formula? Ferrous sulfate, ammonium sulfate, 6H2O. Ferrous ammonium sulfate. Ferrous sulfate, ammonium sulfate, 6H2O. Next, 2 oxalic acid, H2C2O4, 2H2O. Hydrated oxalic acid, it is also good reducing agent. 3 it is a ferrous, you can also take, it is oxalic acid, no, even you can take ferrous oxalate, FeC2O4, which is called ferrous oxalate. Fe is a +2, C2O4 minus C2O4 is -2. Ferrous oxalate. Fourth one, even you can take ferric oxalate. Ferric plus 3, oxalate is C2O4 minus 2. What is the formula? Fe2 C2O4 thrice. Ferric oxalate. It is a ferrous, this is a ferric. Ferric oxalate. Okay, next, fifth one, hypo. What is the hypo? Na2S2O3, which is called sodium thiosulfate. It is also a very good reducing agent we use very commonly. Right? So these are the some important reducing agents which is we used in volumetric analysis. Okay. Now tell me here. Now what is the important thing you need to remember in oxidizing reducing agent? See, for all oxidizing reducing agent you have to remember ionic equations, because this concept is directly related to balancing chemical equation, redox reaction. So if you are able to remember equation for these two, in single step you can balance the equation. The balancing equation become very easy. Otherwise in balancing there are 10-12 steps are there. Balancing redox reaction by ion electron method we study. But if you remember these important oxidizing reducing agents, it become very easy. Okay, so okay, let's see ionic equations of oxidizing agents. Write down ionic equation. Oxidizing agent. So what is the first oxidizing agent we have taken? Potassium dichromate. Potassium dichromate. Can I take dichromate Cr2O7 minus 2? Tell me, dichromate ion in acidic medium, what is the equation? So this dichromate ion, it has how many oxygen? 7. To remove the 7 oxygen, we should take 14H plus, because 14H plus 7 oxygen you will get 7 water molecule. Okay, plus it required 6 electron for balancing, which gives rise to 2 Cr plus 3, 2 chromium, 2 Cr plus 3, and 7 oxygen, 14 hydrogen, it become 7 H2O. This is a balanced equation. It means potassium dichromate in acidic medium takes or gains how many electron? 6 electron. Therefore, tell me what is the equivalent mass? Equivalent mass is equals to molecular mass of potassium dichromate divided by 6. Why it is 6? Where 6 is a what? Number of electron gained. M by 6. This equation is very important. Okay. Do you know why we have taken 6 electron? For balancing. You just balance the charges. Here 14 H plus now. 14 H plus means how many positive charges? 14 positive charges. Okay. Here how many negative positive charges? Here is 2 3 is the 6. 6 positive charges. Here is 14 positive charges. Then tell me 14 positive charges minus 2, it is minus 6. Tell me. Minus 8. Minus 8 plus 14 plus 6. It means now both the side plus 6 plus 6. Arthagila. See, why we have taken 6 electron means we balance the charge. It is a minus 2 plus 14. Plus 14 means 14 positive charges are there and 2 negative. 14 positive, 2 negative. It means how many total positive? How many? 12 positive. So reactant side 12 positive, product side 2 3 is a 6 positive. Here 6 positive, here 12 positive. So therefore I want to make 6 6. Therefore what I am doing here, 6 electron. Here 12 positive plus 6 negative. 12 positive, 6 negative. What is the resultant positive? 6 positive, 6 positive. Okay. In this way we balance in redox reaction. Okay, therefore you remember 6 electron here. Next, second one. Second one is potassium permanganate acidic medium. I'll take permanganate ion, that is MnO4 minus. Tell me. Here remember, MnO4 minus get converts into Mn plus 2 ion. This is you should remember. Now, MnO4 has to convert to Mn plus 2. That means what should be removed? How many oxygen? 4 oxygen. To remove the 4 oxygen, how many H plus required? 8 H plus, because 8 H plus plus 4 oxygen will get how many water molecule? 4 water molecule. Then balance the charge. Here 8 H plus, here is 1 negative. And tell me, 1 negative, 8 positive, 7 positive, 7 positive, 2 positive. So add 5 electron. Now it become 1 electron, 5 electron. It means total how many? 6 negative, 8 positive. 6 negative, 8 positive. What is the remains? 2 positive, 2 positive. It means 5 electron required. So therefore, what is the equivalent mass? M by 5. Molecular mass by 5. It is Mn. Next, third one. These ionic equations must. You have to practice. Okay, next is permanganate in neutral or slightly alkaline medium. MnO4 minus in neutral medium, it converts into MnO2. Remember this. MnO4 has to convert into MnO2 in neutral medium. Tell me, to convert MnO4 to MnO2, how many oxygen should be required to remove? There are 2 oxygen should be removed. Therefore, I take here 2 H2O. Okay, so it means 2 2 is a 4 hydrogen. 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen. Again here 2 oxygen. It become 4 OH minus. Yes or no? 2 2 is a 4. 4 hydrogen. 4 hydrogen is there. 2 oxygen is there. And take 2 oxygen from here. It become. Now balance. Here 4 negative. Here is 1 negative. How many electrons should be added? 3 electron. So therefore 1 negative, 3 negative, 4 negative, 4 negative. Therefore what is the equivalent mass? M by 3. Next, alkaline medium. Strongly alkaline medium, permanganate. MnO4 convert into MnO4 minus 2. This is a permanganate, which is called manganate. So in strongly alkaline medium, permanganate just convert into manganate. Tell me, what is required? MnO4, MnO4 same. Minus 1, minus 2. What to do? Just add 1 electron. So therefore, what is the equivalent mass? M by 1, nothing but M. Okay, see, in ionic equation, what are the important things? One is equation. Second one is number of electron added. This number of electron added, you have to by heart it. For example, acidic medium, potassium dichromate acidic medium, number of electron added 6. 6, this you should remember it. Next, MnO4 acidic medium 5, MnO4 minus neutral medium 3, MnO4 minus in strongly alkaline medium 1, 5, 3, 1, acidic, neutral, basic. Okay, so we shall continue next class.